So, Carrie, you used to work for the VA. Do you think a VA employee could receive unemployability and still work there?
Generally, I would say no. Obviously, there are caveats to that. If a veteran is employed, and let's just cover the easy part, gainfully employed, meaning they're below the poverty threshold, then they could technically. I don't know that there are any VA jobs that pay that little. Maybe if you're mowing the yard or something on contract, but I don't know of any GS related jobs that pay that little. But generally, I would be skeptic of it because those are tough claims.
Well, yeah, I should back up, Carrie, and let's just talk about unemployability. The reg is 38 CFR 4.16, and they talk about, of course, this is the VA, right? So it's, you can be unemployable yet still work. And the question is where that line, where's that vagary between, okay, you're unemployable and still working, or you're employable and working. And what we're really talking about right here is under this reg, it talks about the marginal employment may be held to exist on a facts found basis, meaning each case is different. And it says this includes, but it's not limited to, employment in a protected environment, such as a family business or sheltered workshop. So this is where the VA gets interesting to me, because Carrie and I have talked about this before. Carrie, when you go in for an interview with the VA, is it just you? Is that competitive? How would you say that is?
Well, and that's a good point. Most VA jobs, say you're working at a VA medical center or a VA regional office, that is a competitive job. 9 times out of 10, you're competing with somebody. Even if you're on veterans status and you have a hiring preference, you're still competing with other veterans, as well as non-veterans. You may get bumped up the list a little bit. But it's a competitive hiring process in that respect. There are some positions if you get hired on because of a disability through disability service, but I don't really think those are the ones we're probably talking about.
Okay, so let's say you're one of the 10 who apply and you get the job. Now, just because you were competitive against those other 10, and as you said, being a veteran in and of itself, you get boosted up with higher points. Okay, so you got the job, but should that really factor into you doing the job and it being a protective environment or not?
Not completely, no. I mean, you've got the job through a competitive environment.